Hello, I'm gonna talk today about suffering and why the world really suffers a lot. Really, we'd like to think that we're happy, you know? We always like to think that. And the world has been in more suffering ever increasingly. Every day we just suffer more and more than the day before. That's part of human life. Suffering is part of human life, but the key thing is I just go on TikTok, just see all these dumb things, and I can't help but think, how much is the world suffering to the point where we get to these levels of superficiality, like comparing private parts, comparing body counts, toxic stuff like that. It's not a good thing. It's not indicative of a positive direction for us, humanity in general. I know many people have gone on this rant before, but I felt like my voice needs to be heard. Because this thing will not get us anywhere. People will always point out, oh, every generation has its own thing, its own flaw, its own whatever you call it, really. Because some people, for example, from the older generations, did not like Michael Jackson in the 80s. Our parents do not like TikTok, I guess, but some of them do. Some of them don't. I'd say the majority, I don't think, really do like TikTok. But our parents don't like TikTok. They don't like technology. But I'm gonna have to give it to them because I think they're right. Most of what technology has done, especially in the past 10 years, is just bring us backwards. Like, if you were to stop the internet at 2012, 2013, or even 2015, and not go further from there, that would have been amazing. You wouldn't have had TikTok. You wouldn't have had any of this stupid stuff, And to me, that's just better. No TikTok. No TikTok. No Snapchat. Facebook wasn't like this. Wasn't like the way it is 10 years ago. It's just sad to go on your feed, even on YouTube, and see your feed filled with TikToks. And it tempts us. I click on them. That's the sad part. That's why TikTok is such a powerful platform. And that's why degeneracy gets spread on there. Because the formatting of it, short 5, 10, 20, 30-second videos that are supposed to grab your attention, and you scroll for hours on it, of course you're going to click on it because you're just going to go down a rabbit hole. They want you to go down a rabbit hole and never get out of it. And that's the sad part, is that we can't really control ourselves. We cannot really control ourselves. And this is the cause of a lot of suffering in the world today. We cannot control ourselves to do the right thing. We cannot control ourselves to reflect for 5 seconds. Is what I'm putting out better for the world or worse for the world? I have trouble doing this, but I'm trying to get better. But other people, I feel like, don't even do it. Other people seek whatever, like just click, view, do whatever it takes to get that. And to me, that's an indication of suffering. Deep and immense suffering. You get to the point where all what you care about is the validation of others. How much trauma have you gone? How much psychological trauma have you gone where you define your own personality by how others think of you? You're just a mold of what society tells you to be. Or TikTok, which is even worse. TikTok is society, vice versa, but you understand what I'm saying. We're losing the sense of individuality, the little sense rather that of individuality that some people might have had, because let's be honest, American society and Western society does not really encourage individuality. There's a kind of a groupthink that's going on here. It's like with elections, with a lot of things that are in society today. We do not really encourage individuality. We encourage going with the herd, going with what is acceptable. And that's all societies, not to say only Western societies, but I feel like Western societies do it even more so for certain things. And to begin with, it's like, fine, we did not have full individuality in this society. We had to conform to some societal beliefs. But now you got people who are literally just a fabrication of society and the worst of it. That's the problem. That person that you see on TikTok making silly faces, making, what is it called, that Japanese ahegao face, or making like really dumb TikToks. I've seen so much stuff on TikTok that you watch and you're like, and you can't just, you just help and think to yourself, what am I watching? Am I watching a person? Or am I watching a culmination of the worst things at the bottom of the pot? Just all the gunk. You know, like when you like cook a soup, and the soup tastes pretty good, but the stuff at the bottom of the soup you don't want to eat. It's so like salty, or it's really bland, or it just tastes bitter because all of the juices got sucked out of it. That's what's happened to that person who's making these stupid videos. All the juices got sucked out of him or her. And now they're just echoing whatever society's telling them. And they go in 10, 20 years and they think, who am I? And they have a midlife crisis. And then they realize that they're not nobody. They're actually nobody. And I can't talk myself. I can't speak myself on this because I'm still trying to figure out who I am. And I still, for a lot of the time, do not really act the way I should act. I do act for validation. I'm only human. But those other people, they have gotten to the point where all they do is act for validation and nothing else. They wake up in the morning and that's their first thought. And that's suffering. We're perpetuating suffering. I don't know what the solution is to this. Probably to remove TikTok. Probably to destroy the internet. Or revert it back to 2012 using a Wayback Machine or something. Imagine if we could just go back to a better internet. This isn't only TikTok we're talking about now. We're talking about Reddit. Reddit is not the way it used to be. Facebook is not the way it used to be. YouTube is not the way it used to be. YouTube in 2015, better than now. YouTube in 2016, worse than 2015, but better than 2017. 2017 is better than 2018. There's a pattern. We're slowly getting shittier content. And that's the problem. If there's only a switch you could just turn on like that and revert back, think of how powerful that would be. Take us back to them better times, as Kanye said. Anyways, guys, this is really a rant. I don't really have a solution here. Just some food for thought. If someone could think of a solution to this monstrosity, you know what, I'm going to title this video this. Suffering, I seek a solution. Because it's getting to the point where it's not even entertaining anymore. It's quite frankly just disgusting. And saddening more than it is disgusting. I shouldn't say disgusting because we can expect this. We can expect this from human behavior, but it's just gotten to the point where it's saddening to see people give up all sense of individuality just like that. Thank you guys for watching. I will put another video out very soon. Stay tuned. It's going to be on a positive subject.